These are the top 10 characteristics I believe every real estate investor should have to be successful. Let's get going. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also find me on BiggerPockets. First character trait I believe you need to have is active. You can't be lazy. You've got to get out there and make things happen. You can't overeducate yourself. You can't read 100 books. You can't attend 100 seminars and then just not do anything with it. So stop talking and start doing. Disciplined. You've got to be disciplined. You've got to make this venture a part-time job at first, which means that you allocate fixed assets and resources, which is your time, energy, money, towards this project. And that could be an hour a day, could be 30 minutes a day, whatever it is. Make it repeatable, replicatable, so that you can get something for all of this. And so I like to tell people to block off an hour in the morning before the kids get up from school. It could be 7 to 8, 6 to 7, or in the evening 6 to 7 p.m. and then a couple hours on the weekend. But if you keep track of it like that, meaning I'm going to put 10 hours a week, 5 hours a week towards this venture, that's going to help you control it. That's going to help you, I'm spending 3 hours this week looking for and vetting properties. I'm spending 2 hours at meetups or going to seminars. Whatever it is, get disciplined. You will not survive without discipline. Be a skeptic. Don't trust anything anybody tells you until you can prove it's true. And that's really true up front, because unless you have a lot of construction, CMA experience, and project management experience specifically related to real estate, you are not going to do well just by taking everybody else's word for things. If somebody gives you some data, you verify it, and then if you're not comfortable verifying, find somebody that can verify it for you. But do not trust anybody else with your money. They will not respect it like you do. You have to be analytical. Look at the numbers, run the numbers, look at the projects, the quotes, the people. It's a big plus in real estate if you understand construction or you have construction experience. And certainly if you know how to analyze numbers on a comparative basis, that will help a lot. But you have to be analytical. You should be fearful, and I like to really emphasize this because the good stuff will take care of itself. If you're scared enough, if you have enough fear, that it should make you put things in place that will prevent you from losing money or prevent you from losing a lot of money. So stay fearful. You have to be tenacious. A lot of folks don't realize that when you're out door knocking, doing mailers, sponsoring stuff at different events, trying to find buyers, sellers, distressed buyers, sellers, all the list that the list that you can work, the foreclosure list, tax list, 90-day late list, all these other lists that you can work, you have to stay tenacious, because realistically, if you're in a tight market or in an investor saturated market like Austin or lots of places in Texas, you're competing against hundreds, if not thousands, of other investors for the same deal. And a lot of the time, whether you get the deal or not will be contingent upon how nice you were and how much you talk to somebody to get their business. So stay tenacious. Don't give up. Remember that this is a marathon and not a sprint. You've got to be driven. You've got to really want to do this. And you've got to really want to do this not because you're making money, because there's a million different things you can do in the world to make money a lot quicker and with a lot less risk than real estate. So you've got to really want to do and be a real estate investor to make this worth your while, because if you don't, your gumption and your intestinal fortitude will get worn out quickly, and you will just have wasted a bunch of money and time trying to be something that you really are not deeply driven to be. So if you want to be a real estate investor, have at it, go for it, but make sure that that's something that you really want to do, because this is going to take a lot of time, money, and energy that you will not get back, or possibly could not get back. You have to be inquisitive. Make sure you're asking questions all the time. Research assumptions and learn all the construction trades you can. One of my friends, Joey, just recently told me that he's spending one day a week on construction sites free of charge just to learn the trades. And I can't emphasize that enough, because when an electrician, a plumber, or a framer gives you a bid on a job, and just because you like them doesn't mean it's a good bid, you've got to be able to call BS on them. You know, for instance, if somebody quotes you $3,000 for a tub surround. Well, you've got to understand that that's just way over market, and you've got to understand how much time it takes for somebody to do that. So you'd ask them questions like, well, how long is this going to take, you and one other guy? Oh, it's going to take us 2 days. Okay, good. And the materials are going to be $600, so we're at $2,400 on labor. So you're telling me that you guys want to make $1,200 a day divided by 2, which is $600 per person per day for a tile setter. In the Central Texas market, that's too much. For a good tile setter, you're going to be at probably $300 a day, plus or minus, but not $600 a day. And so that's how you really want to understand this stuff, especially the trades. And you've got to be humble. So this is one of the things that I think most investors miss out on, is especially new investors, is that they're not humble. They come from possibly great jobs, are making $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year. They're intelligent. They've got degrees, advanced degrees, engineers, doctors, and they think just because they're intelligent, they've watched a few shows, maybe taken a $50,000 course somewhere, that they know what they're doing, and that is the furthest thing from the truth. Most of the folks that I see that lose money doing real estate investing are the higher end, higher paid, higher degreed folks that just have a ton of arrogance with them. And so how you avoid that is you find and you pay for a mentor. Find somebody that is in the same channel that you want to be in. For instance, if you want to do a lot of non-qualified note assumptions to mortgage wraps, find somebody that does a lot of those. If you want to do a lot of flips, find somebody that does flips. If you want to develop a large book of cash flowing rentals, find somebody that has a large book of cash flowing rentals. Pay that person. Tell them, hey, I'll give you $500. Just answer my phone calls or return my phone calls, and answer or return my emails as soon as you can. Help me vet deals. Help me locate deals. Help me vet contractors. Refer contractors to me that you've used before. But if you can get a partnership with a seasoned, experienced, successful mentor, you will save yourself tons of time, energy, and money. I cannot emphasize that enough. Find and pay for a mentor. That is invaluable. And you've got to be patient. So deals don't fall in your lap. Anybody who's a real estate investor these days, unless you're just in a super hot market with not a lot of investors, you are working for your deals these days. Back in the day, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, a lot of the deals were like apples on trees. You could just go out and pick one and roll with it. Well, now, with the advent of all these real estate investor groups, all the digital marketing, social media, everybody's an investor. Everybody's got money because the private and hard money lenders are flush with cash. So they're always trying to lend money, and their requirements are not what they should be. I'm really critical of a lot of these guys that lend money to anybody and hurt the rest of us because we know what we're doing. And everybody and anybody can be a real estate investor these days. Be patient, look for the right deal, do not get house horny. It's a term that I like to use, meaning that, gosh, Danny, I've been reading all these books, I've taken all these courses, I've been going to all the meetups, I've got a mentor, but I can't find a deal. And that's okay, but it doesn't mean that you should look for a deal, find a deal that's not really that good, but you're like, well, maybe I can squeeze out an extra $5,000 or $10,000. Maybe I can do this. Maybe I can do that. But I just need to do a deal because I've been preparing for this for so long that I just need to do a deal. Well, that is not a good philosophy. Hold off for the good deal. If you really feel like you need to be involved in a deal, again, ask your mentor to hook you up with somebody who's doing a lot of deals and just start shadowing them on their projects. And that way you're getting that kind of release of seeing the chaos and the wonderful moments of a rehab and a flip or a rental property when the cash flow starts coming in. But there's a lot of good, bad, and ugly in these things. And if you really just want to get in the mix, find somebody with a project going on and say, hey, and just tell them, I'll help you for free if you just let me get involved with this project. And that will satisfy that craving for you. But you have to be patient. Have to be patient. Folks, that is it for this video. Again, Danny Weber from Central Texas. I'm a broker here in the Austin area. If you need to look me up, you can look at my website, myhomesimple.com, or you can hit me up at danny.weber@gmail.com. And again, look forward to hearing from you. We also have a property management company here, a construction company, and of course a real estate brokerage. If you've got any questions, feel free to leave comments below or shoot me an email. Y'all have a great day.